Welcome everyone. We are doing a practice today for the hamstrings and the low back. We're going to strengthen and stretch the hamstrings, which actually helps the low back in a positive way. If you're suffering from acute back pain, I do recommend that you consult with a healthcare provider. This is not for healing a back injury. This is for helping have better health in the trunk of the body and the lower back. So let's go ahead and take some deep breaths and stand tall. We're going to begin warming up with the arms forward, hands sort of reaching forward like a spear, and then we'll open and draw in and repeat. Deep breaths, and we'll do this a few more times. Very good. And now we'll relax the arms. Let's roll the shoulders a few times. This is good for the trapezius and upper back, but ultimately this is good for relaxing and reducing, increasing circulation, therefore reducing pain in the body. So do both directions of the rolls, loop it out. And now we're ready for our first forward bend. If you have really tight hamstrings and low back, you can take the feet nice and wide. We're going to bring the arms up and draw into the core and then touch down. Maybe bend the knees and relax the neck. After 2 or 3 breaths here, we'll take the hands forward and walk back to a nice downward dog. Have the head down and the hips high, and do your best to lift out of the shoulders. If you have tighter hamstrings, bend the knees a little. Let the heels be up. Eventually, you can lengthen the legs and press down through the heels, but mainly you want to lift and straighten out the back. Knees down and roll the back. Rounding and lengthening, very smooth. Very good. And now extend the right leg and just lift hip level. And if you like, lengthen the left arm. Switch sides, extend the left leg, just lift hip level. And then you can do the other arm. Excellent. Let's go ahead and now lower all the way down. And place the hands under the hips and extend the right foot. If the chin being a little forward works for you, do that. You can do neutral head or head to one side. You just have to make sure to switch sides if you do that. Otherwise, chin a little bit forward to open the throat. Lift the right leg. Take an extra breath. Switch the sides. Release. Now tuck the left toes under. Lift the right leg. Hold a little bit. With the toes tucked under, you might be able to lift a little higher. But mainly focus on lengthening. A lot of times people have the knee bent. It's really good to lengthen because then your hip flexor is lengthening and you're building a lot of muscle tone in the posterior core as well. Lower, point the left foot, tuck the right foot under, lift the left leg, pounding the hamstring and glute and low back, lengthening, extending through the ankle. If you are doing head turning, you might want to turn the other direction. Stay with the breath. Good. And release. Hands come from underneath. Have the hands near the chest. And now lift the chest and lift the hands a bit. Exhale, lower. Use the core and lift. Now let's take a downward dog. Very good. Let's go ahead and put the knees down. Switch to having the right foot up. Runner's lunge, have the knee and the ankle in line, and emphasize lifting the chest. This is stretching the hip flexor of the back leg and the upper hamstring of the front. So hip flexor muscles are actually very crucial for low back health. Getting both hamstrings and low back health from this pose. And we're going to gracefully switch sides. And the knee and the ankle in line, work on lifting the chest. Deep breath. Good. We've done a solid hold on both sides now. Switch back to hands and knees. Lower down again. And lift the legs and the chest. Maybe lift the hands a bit. Feel the chest open more. And exhale, release. Keep the feet planted down firmly. Reach the arms back. Lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Place the hands under the hips one more time. If you need to take an extra breath, that's totally fine. These are very strengthening, even though simple. We're going to lift the right leg. And switch sides. Good. Release both legs, arms reach back. Lift arms and legs, locust pose. And release. Next is the Sphinx. And we'll hang out here for a little while. Students can practice, if you do your own methods, if you do your own practice without guidance, which is a nice thing to do from time to time. Doing a elbow plank to Sphinx is a really good thing to do for your core, which ultimately will help your back. I do that often in my classes, in my more vigorous classes. I'm not going to do that today, but I encourage you, if you're interested in how to have a flexible spine and open chest and also a strong core, combining those two, the elbow plank and then dissolving the Sphinx, is a nice thing. Today we'll just focus on the Sphinx. All right, very good. We'll soften down. Use the core and lift. Push into the legs. Downward dog. Tilt the pelvis, lift the hips high. Knees down. And then extend the right leg. Then this time, we're going to flex the foot, bend the knee, do a hamstring curl. Hold it a little bit. Breathe. and then other side. Extend the left leg, lift, flex the foot, hamstring curl. Extend the left leg, release, and we'll go ahead and transition to sitting with a half cross leg. Now, if your knee is very sore, we're going to do a seated twist. You can do leg crossed over. Otherwise, if you can, it helps to roll and maybe massage the calf a little bit, roll the calf out so the knee doesn't get stuck. Draw the left sitting bone back and then bring the arms up. Tall chest, low shoulders. Now twist to the right, nice deep twist. Open shoulders. You can turn the head neutral or the other way if your neck is sore. If you can follow the twist with your head, do that if it feels good. Mainly breathe deep. Excellent. Now we're going to stretch the hamstring. So hold the lower leg. You also have the option of bending the knee if your hamstring is really tight. And you might be able to have the leg lengthened and hold maybe one hand to the foot or both hands. You want to, the body tends to kind of turn, but preferable that you square. So your stomach and chest are facing this foot that you're stretching on. And then you stretch into the low back while isolating the hamstring as well with one leg. These are similar muscles we're stretching like if you do the forward bend with both legs at a time, but this goes a little bit deeper into one side of the back and then the opposite hamstring. So it's good to just get a little bit more potency in these areas. Also, if you can keep this leg crossed, then you're gently stretching through the quadricep and keeping this hip socket open. So it's a simple but yet very dynamic pose. Enjoy deep breathing. And let's go ahead and switch the sides. If you modify the first side, do the same modification, maybe the leg crossed over. Otherwise, this half butterfly or half cross-legged is good. Sit tall, maybe push into the floor or bring the arms up and use the core more. Breathing, and then twisting to the left. Very good. We can go ahead and switch to a hamstring stretch. Again, different options. Hold the leg, bend the knee, and if you can keep the leg lengthened and really work on squaring the hips and torso, and maybe holding both feet. Neutral neck. A lot of people lead with their chin. That's a lot of compression on the cervical spine that I don't feel is necessary. Deep breath. Smooth breath. And release the forward bend. Take knees to chest. And then open the arms and take the legs to the left with the torso twisting to the right. If it's a really hard stretch for you, you can have your arms under the leg or a cushion under the leg, maybe even something between the legs. If you don't need that assistance and you can use leverage on the top leg, that's good. Keep your shoulder down, breathe. Very good. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Notice how you feel. If it's a little bit more stiff, you could always do it for 2 medium length holds or 1 extra long hold. If it's about the same flexibility, then you want to do about 5 breaths on each side. Eventually taking Shavasana. Students are welcome to take a long Shavasana. However, in these videos, we tend to do just 2 or 3 minutes, like a reclined meditation. So relax, close the eyes, take a couple more deep breaths, and then return to soft and effortless breathing. When you're ready, deepen the breath. We're going to take a knees to chest. Slowly take a comfortable seat. In your comfortable seat, sit tall and breathe deep. Let's conclude practicing with a clearing breath and 3 ohms. Breathe in, open mouth, let it out. Very good. Inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. I will do another live stream probably tomorrow. I'll look for an announcement for that later. More of a longer one. Today was impromptu. My phone storage is a little bit full, so I just did a live stream just to get the video out. Yeah, hopefully it was a good practice for you. There's links in the description below for Venmo and PayPal. Send a drop-in of your choice. If you are not able to support financially, leave a positive comment, give a like, subscribe if you have not yet. Thank you for that. The likes and the comments make the engagement go up, so that's a helpful thing. It's a good way to contribute if you don't have drop-ins to send. So thank you again. We will be in touch more soon. Remember to drink water, eat water-rich foods, fruits, vegetables, soups, all good things. And I hope everyone is having a fantastic summer.